You know what I have learned about Amazon over the years? It's rarely just one big move that changes everything. It's usually a combination of small but powerful changes done in the right order that completely transforms a store. My name is Sami. I run Labels Growth, where my team and I help Amazon sellers manage and scale their brands with everything from product research to PPC campaigns. And today I want to talk about how one change, actually more like one decision, can fix so many problems for your Amazon business. Let me back up. Imagine you're working with a solo Amazon consultant. Maybe this person knows Amazon really well and they have been around the block. They can set up campaigns, they can optimize listings, and they are generally reliable. But here's the problem: when you're working with one person, things can start to move slower than you'd like. Updates take longer. Strategy shifts take longer, and your growth starts to hit a ceiling. That's exactly what have been seen happening with a lot of sellers. At first, it feels fine, but eventually you realize you need a team, not just a single person. There's where a big shift happens. The moment a seller moves from depending on one person to working with a structured team that actually specializes in different aspects of Amazon, things speed up. Suddenly, your listings are getting refreshed faster. Your product images and A plus content are actually competitive with top sellers. Your storefront, now which might have been ignored, gets a complete facelift. Campaign strategies get revoked, not just optimized, and this isn't something that take years. It's often within the first month or two that you see these major changes happening. Now, let me give you a practical example. One of the toughest challenges Amazon sellers face is dealing with old messy issues in their catalog. Things like mismatched UPC codes, SKUs that were set up wrong years ago, or listings that have been suppressed over and over. These aren't easy to fix. Sometimes it feels like you're stuck with them forever. But if you are working with a team that knows Amazon systems inside out, these problems can be solved surprisingly quickly. That's what I have seen. I have seen time and time again. What might take a solo consultant weeks of trial and error, a well structured team can often resolve in a few days. And it's not just about fixing things, it's about protecting your revenue. I have personally seen businesses lose everything overnight because of one complaint on their listing, one product suspension, and suddenly the entire Amazon revenue stream is gone. It's devastating. If you ever been in that position, you know the panic of trying to get back and running. That's why having experts who do this every single day is so critical. They know exactly how to respond, what language to use with seller support, and how to get your ASINs reinstated before you bleed too much revenue. Without that, you are gambling your entire business on whether or not Amazon decides to play nice. Another huge piece sellers overlook is standardization. Amazon is constantly changing, and what worked last year might not work today. The smart approach is to have systems, SOPs, that are always being updated. That way, instead of reacting in panic when Amazon rolls out a new rule or feature, you have got a clear process to adopt. And when you have access to a team that's managing hundreds of accounts, you're basically tapping into a collective brain that already know what's working across different categories and marketplaces. But even with all this support, I want to make one thing clear: you should never completely step away from your Amazon business. Too many sellers think hiring help means they can forget about it. That's a mistake. Even if you have a strong team running your ads and optimizing your listings, you as the brand owner should stay involved. That doesn't mean micromanaging every campaign, but it does mean staying informed, asking questions, and bringing ideas to the table. I personally believe the best results happen when sellers and their Amazon team work as partners, not as separate silos. At the end of the day, selling on Amazon doesn't have to be as complicated as it seems. The right structure, the right support, and the right systems can make all the difference. And sometimes it only takes one decision, shifting from a solo consultant to a team, to unlock growth you didn't think was possible. If you're looking to scale your Amazon brand and want help with listing optimization, PPC campaigns, or full account management, feel free to reach out to us at Labels Growth. You can visit labelsgrowth.com or email info@labelsgrowth.com. We'd be happy to help.